Now, many too many people come here, but this is simple. This isn't really simple. At least parking here. Total reorganised this morning. Parking here. It means that if I'm using the computer in the morning and use up all the battery by accident, one there and one in there, it means I can roll start it. Anyway, the real reason to leave this society forever. Now, apart from, this is sad. Almost always, if somebody turns up into my life, so a woman comes up here 2 hours ago. Damn. Somebody comes into my space, not my space, a space where I'm alone with that person as a man. I put my fucking recorder on. You don't know what the score is in this country. That's no way to live. Anyway, it turns out we have great affinities. She's lived in a part of the world 3 or 4 years after I lived there, which is not many people have even been to. That she totally and utterly regales against Heian Y, where she works. And the complete sood society there. Oh, we had a great chat. Now, there's only one thing that matters in life. Well, no, that's not quite true, but anyway, good information, particularly if you live in rural areas. But there's good information about what mechanics, etc., etc. But if you're somebody who's attracted to quiet places that you want to get to by vehicle, she was taking her dog for a walk and going for a long walk. Well, I know somewhere 3 miles from here that is just so gorgeous. And I said to her, okay, because here, she was telling me when she got out of her car, because I raised the subject, somebody chucked nappies in the woods there. Just there. Somebody's chucked rubbish. It's too depressing. But there's a place 3 or 4 miles away where hardly anybody ever goes to. It's 11 acres. You can pull off the road onto this gorgeous common up high. And I said to her, okay, do you know it? Heard of it? Yep. Well, because as soon as people start to use these places, then they get ruined and then restrictions come along or whatever. So I told her about it. I said, but don't tell anybody, You agree with me. Unfortunately, people are just ruining everywhere, even here. Anyway, so she goes off for a walk, and I got out my map for when she came back. I'll show her. And she's nothing great shakes about this woman. I'll show her it on the map. I told her where it was. I told her the name. And she gets in a vehicle, which is parked next to mine, and just goes off without saying goodbye. It's just like, I would say to people, and this woman was brought up round here, although she's gone off and spent 20 years around the world, which is what I did. So we have great affinity. I say to people, there's the old style, easygoing, down to earth, sorted people. And that's what I said to her when we were talking. Yeah, you're a woman who's not afraid of men. It's like we're just equals. We live here because of quiet, lovely places. You appreciate they're being ruined. Blah, 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 blah. She's probably only a couple of years younger than me. It's like, and I'd seen her. No, that's the point. She had initiated conversations over the last 6 months, me based in the other place, we'd chatted in a friendly way, but only briefly in the past. We had a really great chat. And it's like, to me, of hundreds of people encountered and just with over the last few decades, she would, without a doubt, she's one of the good, sorted, easy, down-to-earth, balanced people who are on this good wavelength. We've always been equalitist, progressive, etc., etc. Without a doubt, we spoke the same language. We spoke that language, and very rarely do you meet anybody like that. And she comes and just goes off without saying goodbye. I mean, you don't know where you are with anybody ever again. Ever in this society. It is so absurdly, through the looking glass, bleak. Which is, of course, why I know I was right to attempt one last helpmeet-ish-ship. But that's what it's really about. What the real need for the helpmeet is, I just like, I mean, this woman this morning, I was sure we are this kind of same good, easy, balanced people setting. I was absolutely sure. I was like really looking forward to her coming back. Like, we'll have a little bit more of a chat. And I said, well, I wish I'd known we even had a person in common from 35 years ago in the West Indies. It's just where I lived and worked for a while. An important person. So I'm like, okay, we'll end up, hey, let's have a cuppa sometime, just as friends, whatever. I have a man standing in front of me, looking at his dog, telling his dog to get in the car. What a sick, it's just too much. Anyway, I was 100% certain. And you see, I only tell a couple of people about that place. And I told her, I would only tell people about this place if I know they're just quiet, soulful, balanced people who are not going to draw anybody else there, because if there were a couple of vehicles there, the farmers around and about would look for trouble. That's an action. I was 100% certain about this. New friend? Well, no, we'd been friendly in the past. But we had a proper chat. I didn't know her name or anything. And she just is inhuman. So, that's why you need a helpmeet, because you don't know where you are with anybody. You need somebody. It's just unbelievable. Right, there we go.